100k to the downside. Remember, we trade from zones to zones and we are trading from one zone to the other. And looking at this, we also have a buy signaling which I've sent already on our free Telegram community. So if you are not there, you are already missing out a lot. Okay, so I've already sent a buy trade which is going fine so far into 110k from BTC going to the upside. So what we're actually trading right now is the pullbacks. Okay, we are actually trading the pullbacks and most likely will be exiting on these zones before price will drop. So
hey peeps, AdmirFX right here, the prophetic analyst. Welcome back to our weekly market forecast, where we come on here to anticipate 500 to 1,000 pips into the future, which we have been doing that consistently. And I'm going to also show you guys how we're able to call the reversal or the new trend of the DXY, which is the dollar index, which is the new bullishness in which you guys are seeing, which I have analyzed and predicted this into precision for the past few weeks. And this is what we're having, hence why we have been having over a 90% win rate for the past few weeks. Okay, so moving forward, before we get started, due to our analysis here, we see that over 70 to 80% of you are yet to subscribe to this channel. So if you find value in what we do, please do well to smash that subscribe button and like, and always drop a comment at the end of our video. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the business of the day. So we are starting up with BTC. For BTC for the past few weeks, just like I said, I told you guys, I showed you guys the buy to sell scenarios on BTC. So we want the price to come into either of these daily areas of interest before we have a bearish continuations. But regardless, price had its own thing doing, and price was all bullish all the way to the upsides. These were also live signals I sent from my last YouTube videos while I was creating this video. Price was somewhere around here. Right, price was somewhere around here. I told you guys you can buy BTC from here. So for those of you that joined that live or watched that video very early enough, we're able to make money from these areas all the way to wherever they had to exit. Our TPs were somewhere around here, and a lot of money will also be made. So regardless, price was even more bullish, breaking through all our daily areas of interest and continuing all the way to the upside. And we also took another set of buys somewhere around here, a little scalp buys. It was a nice 1:3. Regardless, signals were also being sent on the free Telegram community. And mind you, I have closed mentorship and signal VIP signal services for the year since the last week of last month. So all the trades that I'm telling you guys has been sent on our free Telegram community. Okay, so I know a lot of you wishes to make a lot of money before the end of the year and see how well you can grow your account. So I have to suspend my mentorships and my paid mentorships and my paid signal groups so I could give you guys free signals. So do well to join our free Telegram community so that you can take advantage of these offers or these free offers and also make money with us. We are on a very good winning streak right now, so this is the best time to also join us in making money together. Okay, so moving forward for BTC, so thereafter we had price drove all the way down to the downside. We had that bearishness happen. Okay, a lot of you should know why this happened. I called it here first too. We have been anticipating for the drops on BTC for the longest is due to the China tariff war, the USA, the announcement by Mr. Trump, in which made price to crash on the crypto market. Okay, so moving forward, where is the next level target? We are going to start from a weekly time frame to see how price looks. Remember, for the past 2 weeks or the last YouTube video, I told you guys that we are looking at price coming all the way back to this trend line. You see this trend line coming all the way to the downside. That's where price is headed, which is around 99k. Okay, already price is back to 100k. I told you guys price will get to 100k, and a lot of you might have doubted me, but now you have seen BTC has dropped back to 100k. I think it's at 111, but BTC dropped all the way to 107k during the week. So BTC is still going to do more drops thereafter for some time. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame to look for the best possible areas in which we can look for price movement for BTC. Remember, BTC, even from the weekly time frame, we are anticipating more drops, so which is all the way to this trend line and also this support, which is around the 100k. So going back to the 4-hour time frame, so price is currently at 112k. We had that drop. You can see that massive spike there. You can see that massive spike there on BTC. Okay, you can see that massive spike there. Price went all the way to 107. Okay, so I'm going to mark out new zones in which we are looking for price bearish continuations. Remember, we are very much bearish for the moment on BTC. So all what we are looking for is more like a buy to sell scenarios. Okay, price coming back to 100% retracement level and price dropping all the way back to 111k and price dropping all the way back to 107, 106k for BTC. Okay, so this is our first zone, so we are looking forward for price to get to 116k before it drops to 107k, and we could even have price go as deep as the 119, 120k, which also aligns with this area of interest, this minor area of interest, before we could have bearish continuations on BTC. So always do well to mark out these areas on your phone, your trading device, and that's it for BTC. Up next is gold. Gold, for the past few months or years, gold has been massively bullish. Okay, you guys know why. Okay, the US economy hasn't been stable for the past few years, so hence why we already know gold to be a safe haven. Okay, so gold has been on a massive bullish trend for the longest, even before most of you had started trading the financial market. Okay, so now we have price going, giving us series of highs, lows, highs, and we should be having a new low being created, most likely a new low. So it's high time we think, or we look at outside the box against price reversals on BTC. Okay, I know a lot of you are buying. Even my last few trades on BTC were buys. Okay, I actually missed these sales, but I was able to take these buys too, but I'm not taking it quite for long. Because why is this so? I'm seeing, due to correlations and the economy or the fundamentals too, you're seeing strength in the dollar. Okay, so if you most likely have strength in the dollar, you have the opposite happen on gold, okay, which are the most likely safe haven. So this, what will happen these times would be people will be selling their gold assets and reinvesting in the US economy. So when the US economy have crisis, people also sell their assets too, to put them in safe havens like gold and other commodities. Okay, so but due to this tariff, the China-US tariff that has been sanctioned, and a new one impounded on them that is going to take effective on the 1st of November, so it's still going to cause most likely we will have more volatility in the market, and we may even have more bullish continuations on gold, guys. Okay, we may even have more bullish continuations. So what I'm going to give you guys this week is a bearish and bullish scenarios. Okay, so all what we need to do, I'm going to mark out some zones. Okay, I'm going to mark out an upper zone like so. I'm going to mark out an upper zone for us like so, and a lower zone. Okay, so what am I looking for in this case? So all what I need is price to give me my entry confirmation somewhere around this first level. Then we'll look for bearishness back to the 3948 ounce. Okay, 3948 ounce, which is all the way at the support for the bearish side of things. And we could even have price go as much as create more like a triple top at this upper zones here of the 4,000 ounce. Mind you guys, gold also smashed all-time highs of over 4,000 ounce plus per dollar on gold. Okay, so we should be having some most likely some pullbacks. Okay, so price could come into the 4,000 ounce thereabout and have our drop. So to take a comfortable bullishness, okay, comfortable bullishness, you can go to this. You have to do on your lower time frames, maybe your 1 hour, your 15 minutes break retest of this minor area of interest. Then you can go for a 100% retracement level, or seeing gold creates a new all-time high of the 4111 to the upsides. Okay, so these are my bullish and bearish scenarios for gold. Okay, up next is the DXY.
I have another minor zone. Okay, I'm going to mark these minor zones like so. That also looks like an order block right about there, so I'll look for price to pull back into these zones. Okay, of the 97 points. Okay, then we could go cast some bullishness to 100% retracement level, which is back to these zones. Then we could go all the way to a $99, all the way to the upside. So that's it for the DXY. Please do well to mark out these zones on your chart or your trading device. It's very important, because this is going to help you as the deciding factor moving forward. So I am the first to show you guys and tell you guys that we are most likely having the dollar being bullish. Okay, we are most likely having strength back on the dollar, and if this happens, you should be trading the opposite on pairs like GBPUSD and EU. Okay, so that's it for DXY.
Come back. So on the DXY, you guys can see how we predicted the DXY into precision. We have been doing this consistently since last month, and this were also the zones. You can even see that drawing there, that circle and the arrow right about there. Why were we, or have we been so precise about the bullishness? Is because of our chart pattern, kind of trading strategy. Okay, so this is me showing you guys that these things work. All what you need to do is a good chart time, and also look at the markets, do your top down analysis, very important, all the way from the higher time frames, and look at how price closed on these different time frames, especially your weekly, your monthly, your daily time frames. The candle closure, they signifies a lot of things due to the areas or zones in which it do close. Okay, so it had some bullishness, or we have been having some bullishness since the month of September regardless, and we are seeing price go all the way back up here. So price has broken out of these zones. You can see price has broken out of these zones looking left. So what we should be looking for is a break, a retest. So that retest is what we are finding about to happen on the lower time frame. So hence why we have to go back to our hourly time frame, which is a 4-hour time frame for me. And yeah, this is also the zones in which I spoke about last week. I marked out this little box here for price to come into this box, which was also close to here. Price just went all the way inside here and started being bullish just at the precision, the same zones in which we spoke about. So all what we're seeing right now is price clearing these previous zones or this range. Remember, we have been in this range for the longest, since August. Okay, we have been in this range since August, and for our ranging strategy, in which I share even for free with you guys, I always tell you guys, whenever price breaks out of a certain range, if the breakout was 100 pip breakout, or 100 pip range, or a 200 pip range, okay, all what you need to do is you most likely have that same level of pip breakout. Okay, so for this, I just measure the height of this support and resistance and bring it out of here, and we'll be having price come back to these zones, which is the 99.00, okay, or 99 or 100 ounce per dollar, okay, all the way to the upside, so 100 points to the upside. So we now have a clear breakout. So all what we need right now is a pullback, a sell to buy scenarios, okay, for the DXY. So this is our zone, mind you, this is our daily. This yellow box right here is a daily area of interest, very strong zones. Okay, so most likely price would push into this daily area of interest before we have price continuations to the upsides. First level, 100% retracement level, which is a 99.166 to the upsides. There we can go as high as 100 point per dollar to the upsides for the DXY. Or price could be a little bit tricky, okay, you know, price could be a little bit tricky to going back to this minor level area of interest, which is the 97.669, right about the zones, before we could now have that bullish continuations all the way to the upside. So make sure you do mark your zones just like I marked them here, and anticipate price reactions from there. You can use whatever strategy that you're using, and you definitely make money from these zones. Okay, so that's it for the DXY. Up next is EURUSD.
In the 4-hour time frame, we already have our zones. Remember, this is our daily AOI, so I'll still keep it somewhere around there. Okay, we have our daily AOI, which is this zone. So all what we need for next week is price to come into these areas. Okay, these are daily area of interest, which you can see multiple week rejections from previous times. Price to bounce off this area, then you could have price drop all the way to 1.15970, which is this zone. Okay, so what you should be seeing is a buy to sell scenarios on EURUSD.
Okay, so for EURUSD, for the longest, for the last from our last week video, okay, I told you guys that we are looking for EURUSD to come back to this area of interest, this minor area of interest, in which we are seeing, okay, sorry, this is a daily area of interest, mind you. Okay, I want to pinpoint that to show you guys. You can see the right up there, daily area of interest. So we want the price to come into these zones before we have that dropped. So these were easy busy trades for us during the week. Signals were also being sent. This I sent it live because I also host a weekly live session on YouTube, which I did send this live, which I'm going to add the video or the email somewhere around here in this video for you guys to see. And a lot of people were also being able to make money. So you see at TP1, TP2 we're all being smashed. Okay, so moving forward, where is our next level target, and where are we looking forward for EURUSD to head into? So EURUSD, remember I told you guys that we are seeing something like a divergence here. We have a neckline here, price break retest, which is what we are about to experience on the lower time frames, then price coming back to the levels of the 1.1309, but this is going to take a longer time, so hence why we trade from our hourly time frame or time frames lower. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frames, we will look for our nearest zones to make sense out of this. So for me, I'm going to take this off and make it a zone. All right, it's always better you make it a zone. Okay, so I'll keep it as a zone. Let me streamline this a little bit too. Price has already passed those areas. Right, so this was nice trade we sent. Signals are also being sent on our free Telegram community. In case you are not there, click on the link on the description to join our free Telegram community, so you could also take free trades like this. Like I said, I'm sending all my trades, every trade, be it a win, be it a lose, on the general group before they even happen, so you can also use this opportunity to make money for yourself. Okay, but remember, risk management is very important to also manage your risks. Okay, so moving forward, this is the next zone in which I have plotted right now. So we could be, all what we need to see is price to come pull back into these zones, or give us more like a double tops here, or maybe touch this moving average that we're having. Then we can now have price come back all the way to this downside. Okay, all the way to this 100% retracement level, which is, I'm going to put a line there. All right, which is 1.154 to the downsides. Then we could even have more bearishness. This is a very nice trade, and if you're able to take these trades, please hold them for the longest. Like I told you guys, or I made mention on the free Telegram community, I said any of the trades that I'll be taking henceforth, I'll be holding them from the longest, which some I'm still holding them, which I dropped it on the Telegram community, which I may still add it somewhere around in this video for you guys to see. I think on GBPUSD we are still swinging it all the way to the downside. So this is our best level areas. So what you could be seeing is me stacking trades like so. Okay, we could be stacking more trades from this zone, stacking more trades to the downside. A nice, that's actually a very nice 1:3 for us, all the way to the downside. So that's it for EURUSD. Do well to mark this out on your phone, your trading device, or your PC. Up next is GBPUSD.
I'm going to mark out a new zone. Okay, I'm going to mark out a new zone like so. Yeah, like so. So all what I would love to see is a little bit more pullback. Okay, like a buy to sell scenarios. Okay, price to pull back to this 1.345 to the upside, then you could have price drop all the way to 1.31855 to the downside. This is over, I think this should be over 200 pips drop, or 250 pips drop plus. Okay.
For GBPUSD, you can see how we predicted GBPUSD into precision. I marked out the zones in which we were looking forward for price to respect these zones, okay, which were either this phase zones or this other level, which gave us something like a double top right about there. And so we have been seeing, so now we have a new change of trend, price creating series of lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So what do you think is going to happen next? A new lower high would be created and a new lower low. So we are clearly on a bearish trend, guys. We are clearly on a bearish trend, guys. So for GBPUSD, same thing happened. Nice trade signals were also being sent. Like I told you guys, we are on an awesome winning streak on the group. Okay, so if you're not on a Telegram group, you are really missing, and all these trades are being shared all for free. Okay, I'm not charging a dime till the end of the year. Okay, so because I like doing this every year. I did this last year. We were on a winning streaks from, I think, from November down to early February, which I was sending my trades all for free on my Telegram community. I did this last year, and I'm still repeating it this year again. I think these are also one of those periods I have most of my winning streaks too. So you can also take advantage by also joining this for free, and also knowing that what we use to trade, or our trading strategy works, or our mentorship works, so that whenever I decide to open a trading signal groups or our mentorship, you could also, if you wish to learn more, you can also afford or avail yourself too. Okay, so these were trades that we also took during the week. First trade was a nice trade on Tuesday, smash take profit. Second one took, I think, on Thursday, there about smash take profit in less than a few hours. I think it did not even last up to 4 hours. TP was already smashed, and like I said, I've taken partials on this, and I'm still swinging on the trades, but I've taken the chunk of the trade, so I'm still rolling over 20% on the trade for the weekend. So moving forward for the coming weeks, so what we should be looking for, you see, we can see our daily area of interest marked out there. We already have our daily area of interest zone marked out there too. So all what we need to see is a buy to sell scenarios. Okay, we are clearly on a bullish trend. Okay, so this little bullishness we are seeing, sorry, a bearish trend rather, this little bullishness we are seeing is just a pullback. So we are looking for price to come to the 1.33877, then a drop to the downsides of the 1.31834, or we could even have price go as slightly as deep as our 1.34519, then we should be seeing a drop to 1.3180 to the downsides on GDP. So that's it on GDP. Do it to mark it out on your phone, your trading device. The last but not the least, USDCHF.
USDCHF is the only pair that is late to start its own bullishness. So that's why I'm also analyzing USDCHF, because you can take a better trade call from USDCHF. Okay, so you see the last week, 2 weeks ago, we had that doji candle. Last week we had this bullish candle. The price is showing us directional bias to the upsides. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hour time frame to see what price is doing there. Okay, so here on the 4-hour time frame, we have price somewhere around in these zones. Okay, so all what we need to see price do is more like sell to buy scenarios. Okay, it may be a little bit pullbacks, okay, a little bit pullbacks to that zones, then price continuations to the upsides, which is 0.805 to the upsides. Okay, so that will be it
for USDCHF. You guys can see how we predicted this into precision for last week, and a lot of money will also be made. A lot of you were very grateful that I sent this out for you guys, and were able to take this clean textbook trade into precision. So moving forward for the coming weeks, let's go to the weekly time frame to see how the weekly time frame closed. So mind you, I can remember last week I told you guys that every other USD USD base pay were already ahead of the USDCHF, so that made USDCHF a better trade for us for last week because it was late before every other pay, so we could take advantage on the bullishness that was yet to happen on USDCHF, which I told you guys on the last video, which that was a very nice one for us. So same thing is still happening right about here. Looking at it from the weekly time frame, we can see how USDCHF closed. Okay, we still have this zone yet to be broken. Price is all the way back to the downside, so let's go back to the 4-hour time frames to see how we can look for the next level target, which we can plot our zones or take our trades from. Okay, so we could have a minor zones here, so we'll have more like 2 zones right about here. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. All right, so we already have price seated currently at a certain zone here on the USDCHF, so we could have price give us more like a range around the zones. Then we could have price continue bullish back to 0.80659. Then we would be going all the way to the 0.8152 to the upside, or we could see price even go as deep back to this daily area of interest, which is the 0.79490. Then before we could have a bullishness back to the 100% retracement level, which is the 0.80616. Then we would be going to 0.81506 all the way to the upside. Okay, so that's it for USDCHF. Do well to mark this out on your phone, your trading device, and if you're yet to subscribe or you watch this video to this very moment, please do well to smash that subscribe button, like, and let us know how trading has been for you for the past few weeks and how well our weekly analysis have been helpful to you all. And drop a comment section. You have nothing to say, drop some likes, drop some fire emoji on the comment sections, and always do well to share content across the social media platforms. And always remember to plan your trades and trade only your plans. See you guys in the inner circle. Cheers.